The Cowboys last year finished 7-10. 7-10. They were a better team than 7-10, but let's not forget Dak Prescott was injured in Week 9, messed up that hamstring, sat out the rest of the season. I think 10 games he missed. And the Cowboys still won 7 games.
Ruined me on fantasy football, by the way. You prioritized that quarterback Dak Prescott in a Superflex league, and it burned me to a crisp.
Also burned to a crisp Jerry World. They went 2-7 at home last year. You can't go 2-7 at home and expect to have a good season. 3 off-season moves from said Cowboys. Well, I like what they did in the draft in the first round.
Number 3.
Picked up Tyler Booker out of Alabama, the guard. Improving that interior of your offensive line when you've lost those veterans and captains of old that have held up that Cowboys way. Maybe it doesn't work out this year because he's young, but over the next 2 or 3 years, they will feel the benefits of prioritizing the interior of that offensive line, protecting Dak Prescott, and improving that run game.
Number 2.
You know what helps the run game, C-Cat?
What?
A good pass game. And a number 2 wide receiver has entered the locker room. George Pickens, making that trade with the Pittsburgh Steelers, bringing in the people. They call him a crash out, but he makes defensive coordinators and D-backs crash out as well, the way that he's a threat down the field. I also think there's a chance that Brian Schottenheimer's system and playing with Dak Prescott, the best quarterback that Pickens has ever played with, there's a chance that opens up other parts of his game as well. CeeDee Lamb can win everywhere. He can win over the middle. He can win short routes, intermediate routes. He can go deep. Pickens is known as a deep ball guy. I think this year there's a chance he opens up more of his game, and it's a contract year for Pickens. I like Pickens to not only have an excellent season, I like Pickens to also be the type of guy that's going to demand $30 million this year, like in the open market. That's how good of a season I think Pickens is going to be able to have in this passing offense because they also don't have a run game that much. And then clearly the biggest move the Cowboys made this offseason.
Number 1.
Re-signing Micah Parsons to a record deal.
Nice.
Yes. Parsons got the bag. You saw that $47 million a year.
I mean, Jerry paid the price for waiting this long.
Absolutely paid the price, man. I mean, Oh. The Pack. How did the Packers pay Micah Parsons? How did they get their hands on the best pass rusher in the NFL? He's 26 years old. He's in his prime. He's got a podcast. How is he not a Cowboys player?
I think the podcast added or subtracted to his average annual value. Like, the Packers now have exclusive rights to the Micah Parsons podcast.
Well, maybe the Packers didn't have to pay him $47 million a year. Maybe they could have pulled, allegedly, a Clippers and just, got a couple sponsors they know to advertise on the Micah Parsons podcast.
But Micah Parsons talked about it beforehand while he was being, shunned from the Cowboys organization before the deal was made. And the agent brought it up again after the Packers did acquire Micah Parsons.
Yeah. About
how Micah would have taken less to be a Cowboy.
And he could take less because he had the branding of the Dallas Cowboys with him and he had a podcast. I mean, that's not, I say it jokingly, but a podcast is like a money-earning machine. He also has endorsements. He has a big platform. None of this really makes sense, but the Cowboys don't necessarily make sense. Again, they got 2 first-rounders and Kenny Clark out of the deal. So how are the fans emotionally right now? Well, let's spin the fan feeling wheel. See what it lands on. Oh, what's that? Hurt. Cowboys fans are hurt. You want to know why? They might be America's team. They might have fans all over the nation, but they have a lot of fans in the Dallas metro area, and by golly, I can't think of a rougher 6-month stretch than what Dallas fans have suffered through. And as a Houstonian, I don't give a damn. I want them to suffer again. Who's the Dallas Stars' best player? Let's get through all of the Texas Rangers. Do they have a great franchise player right now that they can get rid of? I know we're past the trade deadline. I want them to continue to just drive that knife in their back and twist it. Drive it and twist it. Drive it and twist it. But that's the Houstonian in me. I have nothing against the Cowboys. They're a good show.
So they feel hurt now, and then about 6 hours from now, they'll feel hurts with a tush push to cap off the opening drive of the season where the Eagles lead 6-0.
They're going to feel a lot of hurts tonight. They're going to feel a lot of hurts. And I feel bad for them a little bit because it feels too soon. They literally just lost their guy, Micah Parsons, and now they're about to watch their defense get shredded by an Eagles attach that can beat you any which way. So that begs the question, though. Cowboys with no Micah Parsons, but they got Dak, they got CD, they got Pickens, they got Javonte Williams as a running back. Where do they stand in the Teddy tiers? We just put the Eagles in the big steppers. That's the number one category, teams that can win the Super Bowl. The next category in the Teddy tiers is the nominees. Those are teams that are going to be in the running. They'll be in the playoffs. They will likely even have a chance to make the championship game, but let's be honest, they're not winning a title this year. No. I don't see that for the Cowboys. Let's put fun guys. Now here's who's in the fun guys tier right now. The Broncos, Bo Nix. Oh, that's fun. Cortland Sutton, Sean Payton. That's nice. The Bengals. They're not nominees. They're not in the running, but they'll be a thrill and they'll be good for your fantasy football team. The Titans, the Chargers, the Jaguars. Like, these are the kind of teams in the fun tier, the fun guy tier. And I think the Cowboys are fun guys. Like, on Sundays, Thursdays, that's technically Mondays and Fridays as well sometimes. If the Cowboys are playing, you're going to want to watch. That's what the fun guys is all about. They're good. You're going to want to watch, but they're not great. They're not really contending. They might not make the playoffs, but they'll make it to your television screen.
With the condition that Dak Prescott is playing quarterback.
That's true.
The Cowboys are a dreadful watch when they have quarterback injuries, which we've gotten plenty of sample size of just that. Cooper Rush is no longer their backup quarterback, so he won't be that fresh face you get stuck with in a primetime game in November or December.
You know who their backup is now?
Who's that?
Joe Milton.
Okay.
The Pahokee pile driver. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm trying to find a word that starts with P that's about the power. Like, he throws the ball like 80 yards from his knees.
The Pahokee prince that was promised.
No, that's Trevor Lawrence, but not Pahokee. The Pahokee
president.
The president of Pahokee. Okay. Joe Milton is the backup quarterback, and he's a lot more fun to watch than Cooper Rush. Record prediction for the Dallas Cowboys. They're fun guys. They don't have a very easy schedule because the NFC East is tough. My record prediction for the Cowboys this year, C-Cat? I still like them to win 8 games. 8-9. 8-9 and miss the playoffs. If you miss Dak Prescott for 10 games and you still pull out 7 wins, I think this team can be a little more competitive. I do think losing Micah Parsons makes you worse in the short term. What could change my record prediction and make it on the uptick is if they use 2 of those Packers picks, or one of them at least, to actually go out and get more talent, whether that be a running back with some juice. Maybe it's another defender to help them out because they look like a team that is going to be porous. I like them to win 8 games this year, 8-9. I believe that goes right over the over. I think their projection right now is 7.5. So